had technical difficulties, so hopefully you could hear us better now. We're back on. So we had Nakoma on prior, and we had Sean Amari on prior as well. But let's do this all over again. I apologize. I mean, we had technical difficulties, and hopefully everything should be better here from on now. Let's keep talking. Let's. You were talking about how you came into the industry. You started talking about your passion. Can you tell me that again?
With pleasure. If there's any like please let me know. So, once again, when I was 5 years old, I saw Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Um, was like watched. Then growing up, I fell in love with Bill Goldberg as a kid at that time when I really didn't have cable and I didn't know about SmackDown or anything came out yet. And they just had those random WCW Sunday shows. Well, and then as time went on, um, I, high school, me and a few friends was just talking about, doing this for real, even attempted. But as time went on, I've heard of House of Glory, which was originally was trained at. I was in the industry for about a good like 5 years. Then I had to like step away due to a laundry list of reasons. Back um, late last year, 2021. And currently now training at the Fallout Shelter, NYC. Has been phenomenal, and overall, it's just over this year alone, I've lost about like 20 pounds. I'm hitting the gym more. And like I said earlier, BD Cruz got lucky with that last match.
BD Cruz got lucky with the last match, huh? So for those that didn't know, Andy was in our first show, BCW, Dawn of a New Era, and his first opponent was BD Cruz. Uh, so it was an excellent match. A hard fought match in between, and like he stated, well, BD Cruz got the pin with a lariat that he gave, and that was it. I mean, but after that, I mean, it was a great showing. It was awesome. It was like I said before, it was an honor to have you there with us. It was great to seeing you and getting to know you, meeting you. I mean, that was the first time that we actually met. We didn't really get to speak much, but it was great seeing you in the ring, and it was great seeing you in the matches. And but now you're here. You're here going on to Crown and Glory. You're here for the second show. What is your expectations? What is it that what do you expect from this upcoming show? Or is it what is your goals?
One of my goals is pretty simple and just winning as much as I can. Come in as winning as much as I can. Show BCW, this brand new baby company, just how bigger and bigger than even maybe you guys can could dream. Like I am so honored the fact that I'm one of the first people to be on the first show, and I'm on. And once again, also thank you for having me on here.
Of course, our coach, our booker, Eric Rosa, he was impressed. He absolutely loved having you there at the show with us, and he's our booker, and I trust Eric Rosa with our talent. I trust Eric Rosa with our show and what he has planned for our shows. And I mean, it's great in the sense and having him there as well. But as well, I seen that you've had experience you have experience. But you said 5 years, correct?
Together, my overall experience is 7 years altogether.
7 years. 7 years. So, and you stated there was some time in between before you got into our show that you took off due to some situations, whatnot. And uh, so tell me, I understood when you said that you grew up watching WCW, right? Goldberg.
Correct. And it's funny because I end up trading one bald dude. I end up trading Bill Goldberg as my favorite to Stone Cold as my favorite.
That's your favorite. So other than Stone Cold, who else is your favorite? Do you have like a top five for you?
Of course, I have two top fives. I have my personal favorite I and top five who like fans had. But my overall, I would say my top five in general, all together. My five. Number one would be Austin. Number two would be The Undertaker. Number three would be Kurt Angle. Number four is more of my personal favorite than I would say he's a goat, and definitely had some real great conversations with him. Samoa Joe, one I
Okay,
would
good.
and someone I would definitely love to meet. Um, five and six, I keep flipping petting day of the week. William Regal and Eddie Guerrero.
You had to put an Eddie in there, right? He's a great. I mean, he's awesome. I loved him, and I love the emotion that he brought to the ring. I love the his emotion because Eddie was one of those type of people that he made you cry when he made you cry. He made you laugh. He made you boo. He made you feel what he made you feel in that ring what you're supposed to behind his moves and whatnot. So even William Regal on that mic, he's incredible, and he's William Regal. It's I consider him underrated for a little bit because he's done a lot for the industry which we don't know of. But I mean that's great, for your top five. I mean that's awesome, and that's really awesome. So I mean what was that first match that actually that taught you like the no that got you in? I know you spoke about your top five, but was there in a specific match that you was like, damn, this is it, this is what I want to do, this is who I want to be?
WrestleMania 17, the whole show. It was at that moment in time. It was the first scene from top to bottom. It was at that moment to do this. Like was everything about that show. It was TLC 2, Austin Rock, um, Kurt, even the hardcore match between Raven, Kane, and Bill. That show from top to bottom. That just planted. Love this and put the first images on my head. Like, you know what?
From that moment that you said this is it, this is what from WrestleMania 17. And then when you finally got in the ring, when you finally got into the ring, even if it was just to take a bump, how did it feel?
I'm not gonna lie. It did feel a little intimidating, but it felt like I was making the first steps to achieving my goal, like my dream. And the one thing that a lot of people do not do, talk about it, but very few people actually try to pursue their dreams. Or actually take the proper steps. And it goes double if they did, but they get back up and trying again for a second time. So, yeah.
So when you felt yourself to go through that curtain, the very first or your very first match, you was like, I bet you're thinking, man, I finally made it. I'm doing this. How was that? How did you feel? How was that overwhelming feeling for you to go on, like for the first time ever, like not just taking a bump, actually coming through that curtain, actually in your first match?
Oh, I had butterflies. I was super nervous. I was just thinking to myself, don't mess up, don't mess up. As as soon as the match was over, I'm just asking everyone in the locker room who I feel like, hey, did you see my match? Hey, can you let me know what you thought of this? What you thought of that? I had nothing but ability of just trying to learn as much as possible. And of course, for years, I've had a match. I thought it was awesome. I watched it on camera, and then I just kept on like watching myself. Like, okay, you could do better because the image in my head versus what I was seeing wasn't matching. The math wasn't math. At one point, I'm starting to see, hey, I'm starting to perform at the level that I'm a fan of me. So that is one way how I kind of view it, and actually be a fan of myself. Can Andy Lee Ray matches for his work? And as my mentality, if I don't like it, because if I don't like what I'm watching, how on earth I'm going to expect Jerry and Tiffany in the corner to enjoy watching me?
No, that's actually true. No, and I get where you're coming from. I see it all the time, and I like the fact that you, even after your first match, you went into the locker room and asked around, because that's one thing that a lot of wrestlers don't do. Try to get that feedback. And what you just said, what do you suggest to those? I mean, there are up and coming, like within BCW, we have a few that are up and coming. What is your advice to them? What do you suggest for them to do behind, after, even if they're not even wrestling, if they're just in the locker room? What do you think they should be doing, or what do you suggest, or what is your advice?
One of the first I recommend is, if possible, try to watch all the matches so you can learn from it, as well as if there is someone you're a big fan of, or you just respect their work, matches, and they could critique you in what you did right, what you did, small thing you should do here, what small thing you should do there. Like, we're in a weird industry that that a closed mouth doesn't get fed. For help, if you don't ask for some sort of help, you'll be left high. Um, question: is there a person here, or is this a PG show?
It's just kicking it live, as you want. But hold on, hold that thought really quick. I am sorry.
No,
Talk to
no
your
problem
crowd for a second. Talk
whatsoever.
to your crowd. Talk to your crowd for a second.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Is there any questions? Like the knuckle shirt. Uh, Knuckles is amazing, and yes, I'm wearing like the A. Is there any questions for the live studio audience?
Sorry about that. But yeah, we're back. I apologize. I apologize. Um,
Sorry
yep.
about that. I've
No,
had
it's
someone
okay.
try to call me.
It's okay. I understand. I mean, technology nowadays, it's
Hold
you
on
try
one
to do
second.
something, something always happens. It's called live. You know what I mean? But no, I appreciate your advice for the new ones. Hmm.
Yeah, someone tried to call me and just completely messed up my whole audio and everything.
Uh, I hear you, man. It is one of those days. There's one of those days, but
If you see me exit, just know it's just because someone's trying to call me, and I'm just gonna exit and re-enter.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's what happens when we're on our phones. But no, like I stated that thank you. I mean, for the advice that you gave to those. But now, like, what looking for the future, looking into the future, what are your goals? What is it you want to do looking into the future? Not with just BCW, but in general with the industry.
Very simple, to make a good living for me and my family, to win titles, to go to major companies, to represent whatever company I'm with. So if I win a title at one place, just know for sure I'm going to work my hardest to represent that title, to represent that company as hard as I can, as to the best I can. Whether it be BCW, who knows, AEW, Impact, WWE, wherever it is. My goal, simple. It's no limits. As far as I can go.
So you going getting sidetracked a little bit. You mentioned family. How does your do your family does support your dream? Do they how do they feel with you wrestling, or how do they feel that you going out mostly almost all the weekends?
Well, at first like I always got supported. That's one thing I never had an issue. It was always support because whatever I accomplish in life, I've done it. Like I was the first member of my family to graduate high school. I was the first member of my family to go to college and graduate college. So I set a pretty high standard for the next generation, which would be both of my nephews, which the oldest Chess went is in his first year of college right now. So they believe in so they always like believe in my judgment, and it was definitely hard for a good portion of my family, but they understood like it was something I always talked about, something I always wanted to do, and they saw like I always had a good head on my shoulders, and I'm always a man with a plan.
Because I know being in the industry, and we all have separate lives. Everybody works. Everybody does a lot of stuff. And it's hard sometimes to be in the industry and having a separate life. Having people to support us and having people to be at our side mostly. And for those that wrestle, or for us that actually travel out with the companies and whatnot, and having the support is a major thing for a lot of people. I mean, it's great to have, and it's awesome that you have that support. Not a lot of people have that support in the industry, or some of them don't. And I congratulate you. You have that support, and not just with the companies themselves. And but do you work outside of do you work outside of wrestling? Do you have like a job, and whatnot? And I just imagine that.
Yeah, I do. Of of course, I have to do something right now to help pay the rest of the bills that the wrestling part doesn't cover. But the end goal is just to make enough for this to be my only like career path.
I got you. So I just imagine you while working, you're thinking about what's next. What are your moves? Or what are your plans? I just imagine, because I've spoken to wrestlers, and they're always telling me the same thing, that while they work, they have their mind on wrestling. It's can they do? What can they improve themselves? What is their next move? If they could practice on boxes, they'll practice on furniture. They'll do something. So are you the same way?
Yes and no. Like if I have free time, I would think about it, but I'm very goal orientated. I'm very focused um in the moment focused. So whatever I'm working at that particular moment in time, I'm very focusing, which I also feels like also helps me with this industry. So if I'm very focused, like in wrestling, in like if I'm focused in a match, not only like I'm very aware of my surroundings and everything. Like not only on how like I'm kicking my opponent's ass, but also how are the fans reacting to it? Are the fans enjoying themselves? Are they not? And when I'm at the gym, focusing on like what parts I need to work on, and yes, just overall very focus orientated is the best way to explain it.
I love the fact that you continue training. And you continue being in the you continue in the ring, continue training because I think uh, every wrestler needs to continue training because not everybody is perfect in their industry, and everybody, even the big timers, they continue training. And I think it's very important. And I love the fact that you continue training and you outside of the ring and inside of the ring. And so, how is you? What do you usually train like 2 or 3 times a week, or do you how long do you train for?
So, so I actually, ironically, I'm right next to my calendar right now. And I have like set days for like workout, gym, and like training. So in terms of because I do in ring training and workouts as two separate entities, even though maybe I should add them together. But in my head, like one's just mostly a lot of cardio and just in ring stuff, while the other is just like heavy. It's just weights and things like that. So at bare minimum, I try to hit the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week, while hitting the ring at least once or twice a week. Twice is the goal, but of course, life and other things pop up, and just trying to have that overall balance in life, which is very difficult, whether you're in wrestling or just in life in general. But just
Mhm.
trying to keep that good balance of your body, your spirit, and your mind. Because what's going to break first? Your spirit will break faster than your mind and your body. Your spirit will break first, then your body will break, and then eventually your body. If your body breaks first, your spirit can, in a way, can help you your spirit. If you have enough spiritual energy and just enough determination, it can push you through those days that your body's just telling you to stop.
So how do you, other than the gym, other than the ring, how do you maintain? How do you keep a balance? How do you maintain the balance? Because I hear that you speak a lot. You spoke a lot about spirituality and whatnot. So how is it that you maintain your balance?
Well, I do my side job. I Hitting the gym is very helps me a lot. Like when I hit the gym, having my workout music, just hitting the weights, that helps a lot. And also, as anyone has seen some of my most recent stuff, I am a big gamer. Notice I'm a big gamer. Notice the red echidna on my shirt.
I could tell by your gear.
Yeah. So gaming does help me. Uh, s- that's like probably my favorite form of escapism would be playing games and hitting the gym.
So you're more of a retro person. Like you more like I saw your shirt. You like the Sonic, and that's more of your type of gaming, or you prefer it? What is it that you prefer?
So my favorite genres in gaming, number one would be platformers, whether it be 2D or 3D. Like Sonic, Mario, Metroid. My second favorite would definitely be fighting games, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Um, Lastly would be like action adventure games, like Ninja Gaiden franchise, God of War. Um,
Yeah.
and also I also like Pokemon too. As anyone has known me long enough would know that gimmick.
So that's what gives you your inspiration for your gear. That the gaming, right? Or there's certain what you like.
Sorry, stupid headphones. It fell off. Could you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, no, because I see that your gear is like Sonic. That inspired you for your gear. But what other type of gear? What else inspired you for your gear?
For me, it's just my general fandoms in everything I like, whether it be Sonic, Dragon Ball, as some people in the past have seen, was very heavy on Pokemon, and also my family as well. Like, ironically, my original gimmick, the Pokemon idea, was inspired by my nephews. One of them
Hmm.
really loved wrestling, the other really loved Pokemon. And as my dedication to both of them, and since I love them, I came up with a wrestling Pokemon gimmick for like the first like 5 years. And then this time around, I'm just slowly incorporating more things into my outfit. Like, I still have some Sonic stuff. I have a little Dragon Ball stuff. But as the months and years go by, I'm just gonna be adding more stuff. Not just the regular necessary geek stuff, but just more things to my own like little flavor, and just it's just slow and steady.
It's like I know. It's like I'm a gamer. I'm not a gamer. Like I was before, but I do like the retro stuff. I mean, as you probably can see behind me, I have the I have arcades, and so it's like that's the Street Fighter 2 and the Mortal Kombat arcade back there. But it's awesome, when you be able to distract your mind and have that similarity with others, because I know a lot of the wrestlers, independent wrestlers, love gaming as well. I mean, it's great, especially when you see it on you, when you see it on your gear. I mean, what else? Like, what else inspires you for your gimmicks other than anime, um, and stuff like that? What inspires you? Like, who inspires you for your gimmicks? Do you have any other than that?
In in terms of my gear and my gimmick, I would say maybe just like pop culture stuff in general. Like, I like society is so weird, especially today's day and age. I saw like one meme a few years ago, and I felt like it described today's world perfectly. If there was a nuclear war that was about to happen, someone would just be at home making a bunch of memes out of it, just so people can laugh before they die.
So you, I get you. I got you. So laughter is important, and laughter is important for you.
Definitely, like laughter is definitely important. And the one thing I like to do is I like to show like a little bit of my comedic side, but also show that I'm a bit serious as well. And as one of my all time favorites is one of the goats, like I said before, Kurt Angle said a lot. Like, one of the big issues that a lot of people in this business don't do is they don't allow themselves to. They all want to be super serious. They all want to be
Hmm.
like, I'm a killer and stuff like that. And Kurt Angle, one of his favorite things was he was able to make an ass out of himself, because that shows like you're more than one dimensional. You're an actual human being. You're an actual character. Like, you are actually relatable, and I have no issues showing my little haha funny side, and I also have no issues taking someone's fucking head off.
Hey, but I heard. So you look up to you. So Kurt Angle inspires you,
Kurt Ang-
basically.
yeah, Kurt Angle like inspires me. Samoa Joe, because Samoa Joe someone that I actually was able to meet and gave me a ton of advice.
Oh, he did.
So
So you had a good conversation with Samoa Joe, huh?
yeah, so they usually say don't meet your heroes, but so for my occasions of meeting my heroes have been pretty good. And
So that
also,
must.
just seeing some of my best friends also in high levels as well, and just seeing how they're doing and happy for them to make it and wishing for them to succeed even higher than maybe even they could imagine. Like, I'm rooting for my peoples that's in AEW and other companies.
That's
Like, I
great.
I want them to become bigger than even they imagine.
That's great to know, and it's wonderful, and it's great to hear that you have that you're type of that support for them, and even for us, it's great. It's great to have you with us, and it's something. It's an adventure, and we wish the best for you too. We want you to we want you to be in AEW. We want you to be on all that as well to gain and have the success that you want to have, and so do you see yourself later in the future down at AEW? Do you want? I know that's everybody's goal, but do you see yourself there?
If I didn't see myself there, I wouldn't be doing this. That's one of the when I said I had a laundry list of reasons on why I left. Number one on that list, I stopped believing in myself in being able to do it. Because I'm not doing this. I'm not putting my body through this for shits and giggles. I'm not putting my body through this so I can brag to some person that's not that doesn't give a shit about it. Like, hey, I wrestle on the weekends. No, that is not my goal. Like, I'm doing this because I believe in myself. I can do this. Matter of fact, I don't believe. I know I can do this. I know I will be on that next level sooner or later. I know I will be making a living doing this, whether it be with Impact, whether it be with AEW, whether it be with WWE, New Japan, All Japan, even who knows, even BCW going up higher and higher. Like it doesn't even doesn't matter. Just know that I am will be up there one day, one way or another.
And we can't wait to see you that one day. We really can't wait to see you that one day, and I mean, and we wish you the best. And hopefully, our goal for BCW is to get that big, and so that BCW, when you go to Western Mass, all you can know is about BCW. That's our goal for our promotion, and I know we know that we'll get there. We'll get there, and it's awesome to know that in regards to that, and so what is it? How did you, Coach Eric? Sorry. Um, So, what inspired you for your move set? Like, how did you put your moves together? What did you think about? What is it you thought about to put your moves together and your finisher?
A combination of just just messing around in the ring, um, somewhat imitating some of the favorites I like, as well as other people, saying, "Hey, do this," and end up surprisingly doing it really well. So it's like just a combination of like a few things, and also like for my finisher, like that's something I made up in high school. Like just messing around with the just messing around like with the guys and stuff like that, and just playing around with stuff. SmackDown versus Raw creative finisher also helped as well.
Eh, No, I saw because I saw some of your matches and I saw that you use that move constantly. So I didn't really think. I kind of figured that that was your finisher. That was your ending move. And so that's great. You came up with it in SmackDown versus Raw, the creative finisher type of thing, and your friends and your family and your friends. I mean, and what do you call it?
So there's two moves. The one that I promote, um, the one you see, I call it the live and learn. That is, the European uppercut with the. I don't even know how to call. I don't know how to explain it. A RKO neck breaker combo. I think that's the best way to explain it.
Yeah, it's the best way to explain it.
And as well as I do a crossroads stunner, and that one's called Chaos Control.
How did you come up with these names?
One, one was also currently looking at my current gimmick right now. So Sonic was a bit of so I was just thinking of like the stuff like the fandoms I enjoy. Like we have people on the highest levels of TV with a move called Final Flash Kick and Big Bang Catastrophe. So if that ain't Dragon Ball, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
So if they could get away with it, So can I. So and honestly, it just sounds cool, and it just feels good to kind of like yell that out and then hit it.
So now we know when you call it, we know it's coming, right? The chaos is coming.
Yes, and whether you know it's coming or not doesn't mean you're gonna stop it.
So watch out, BCW roster, huh?
Of course.
So I mean it's cool. So sorry. So you're gonna be with us in December 10th, at Crown and Glory. Um, and I know that we haven't still announced your matches. We're gonna be doing that pretty soon. So what is your expectation out of those matches?
I have a few. One, I'm gonna be looking at that main event between Sean O'Malley and BD Cruz. So I'm gonna definitely be taking a look at that because, as you know, I've had history with BD Cruz and Sean O'Malley. Me and him kind of go back, uh, a little way back. Even though he's somewhat annoying, but he's
So
cool.
so you have history. All three of you have history.
Yeah, one way or another. And and just overall, I'm coming in to win. Like I said before, I'm coming in to win, dominate, and just simply show why the meme one is the one.
But we also have the Nakoma versus Dan Demand match for the number one contendership. So there's quite a few matches going on that day that you probably interested in, aren't you?
Oh, most definite. And I know since I lost the tournament, I know I'm back in the line, but I'm gonna be keeping an eye on everyone on that roster, on every division, because I'm in it to win these titles one way or another. Doesn't matter what title it is.
Who do
I'm
you
going in
look?
it.
Who do you look forward to getting in the ring with? Because we have a few of them. We have Bull Dread. We have like Shotgun Adams. We have like Sean Amari, Fly Nine now. I mean, there's quite a few that we have in our roster. Who do you want to get in that ring with?
Honestly, I don't think I've touched hands with any of the names you mentioned. So just being able to grab up, just to like get in there with some new people is just honestly that's what I want. I want to face new people, test out my skills against them. So it doesn't matter if it's like me and Sean Amari never actually like hit the ring with each other. So that's one. And let's say everyone else in that roster, I have no problem with just getting my hands on them and show them a little chaos control.
So you're looking forward to getting in that ring with most all of them. So let's see what happens. So let's see what happens. And I mean, it'll be some good matches. I mean, I imagine you in the ring with Shotgun Adams, or imagine you in the ring with Bull Dread or Fly Eye, or any of those talents that we have. I mean, it'll be great.
I am looking forward to it all.
So you're definitely gonna be looking at the BD fight. You
As
want to go?
honestly as everyone should be. If you want to be like the top guy, everyone should be looking at that match. Who's ever not looking at that match is who I know like who I shouldn't worry too much about.
Then you know that our it's not just it's Crown and Glory, but you also know that it's a local toy drive that day, right? We're hosting a local toy drive as well, so we're gonna be giving out to the children in need and whatnot. So I mean, it's our mission as well, just with Crown and Glory. I didn't know if you knew that, but now you know. So we're
Now
looking.
now I know, and you know what? A toy drive that is amazing. That is amazing. I hope a bunch of kids can come in. Um, and you know what? Kids are very special, and we need to treat them like as they are.
So there's a possibility that the Marines will be going in because the company that we're working for hand in hand is for Toy for Tots. I don't know if you heard about them, but they're in this.
I've donated to them before.
So that's the company that we're working with for this. So for December 10th, that's we're hosting their local event for Toy for Tots. So we're looking forward to bringing all of those toys, and we're looking forward to give all those toys to the children in need. So we're gonna be doing a couple of stuff after that show, and so we're looking forward for that.
I definitely make sure I bring something for them.
I appreciate it. We appreciate it, my brother. We appreciate it, and and it's something that we do for BCW where we are involved in the community. A little bit about you probably been knowing that because even our show Donovan New Era was for charity as well. It was for the Cancer Foundation for the Children's Cancer Foundation. So our proceeds went to the Cancer Foundation in Springfield, and this time it's gonna be the same thing, but not for it will be for the toy drive. So we're always looking to do something with the community in itself. So I mean, it's great to have you guys with us and show that involvement in the community, and especially those fans because those fans absolutely love you guys.
And we all love them.
Yeah, and we have a couple ones that are crazy. I mean, that we absolutely love them, and they're always talking about everybody in the show. And they were there at Dawn of an Era, but I don't know if you got to know them, but you'll probably end up knowing them this upcoming show.
It will be a pleasure.
And I mean I want to see you in the ring again. I want to see what you bring into the ring, especially with the matches that we have in hand and which we'll be announcing soon. So hopefully, um, we'll be able to talk about that as of later on in regards to the matches that we have. But so far, you probably already know what we have going on, and it's the number one contendership with the main event and stuff like that. So it's exciting. It's gonna be an exciting night. It's gonna be an exciting day, and it's gonna be an exciting show. I can't wait.
Neither can I. And I've been waiting for BCW to come back because I had such a good overall experience with you guys, and just excited to come back and be invited back, and just have like another shot, just show like how good I can be, especially since I'm now like 20 pounds lighter.
Congratulations on that, my friend. Congratulations on that. I know it could be hard. We're in the same boat. I mean, it's been over a year now that we've been losing weight, and it definitely could be hard, but you did it. I mean, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you, and I still got like 20 more to go.
It's okay. I've done and lost. Me personally, we've lost a lot as well, especially from April. We've lost a lot. I mean, and it's great, to have you to hear you as an inspiration as well, and be role models and be leaders in that locker room. You said that you had a good time and you felt there's a good environment in the locker room, right? For Donna Luna era.
Yes.
How was it to be in that locker room or in the with the vibing of all those with all the wrestlers?
Overall, I would say like the vibe was pretty chill. Everyone was ready to like work and do their best, and just try to step up their game, and that's what I like. I saw a lot of hunger in there in that locker room, which is what I like to see. So there's a lot of hungry talent. There's a lot of talent that there's a lot of talent that wants to like prove themselves, that wants to get over, that just want to like do what we all do and just get better.
Do you have any last words for the roster or for the show? What are your last words?
December 10th, you're gonna see your boy, the meme one, Andy Lee Ray. You will not be disappointed. You shall be entertained. My hand shall be raised. Ladies and gentlemen, and overall, BCW December 10th is not a show that you nor anyone should miss.
Nobody should miss that. We're waiting to fill that. We're waiting to fill that place up. I mean, we want to jam pack and we want to blow the roof off of that show. And I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being in the show. All right, everybody, give you let's round of applause for Andy. And I'll see you when December 10th. December 10th. I'll see you then.
See you.
Thank you. Thank you, folks, for being with us on this lovely night. I know we had a couple issues, but I mean, it was a great interview. We got to meet Andy. We got to talk to Andy. And like he stated, December 10th is where you'll see him, is where you'll see Andy. Uh, we'll talk to you soon. Have a good night, folks. See you December 10th, Crown and Glory, just like Andy said.